What's up, hackers? Welcome back to my channel. This is Oston Cypher, back again with a simple tutorial on web development. So guys, what I'm going to be showing you is functionality done by Bootstrap. Let's say you have a lot of content on your website and you want to minimize on the space, so you can wrap your content into the collapsible buttons where a user has to first click a button and the content will be displayed. And in case it's done, he or she is done reading the content, may click the button and the content goes away. So if you're not well off with Bootstrap, you can achieve this using bare HTML and CSS. But Bootstrap saves time than the long code of 20 lines. Bootstrap puts it in like 5 lines and you're good to go. So I'm going to be showing you how you can achieve this using Bootstrap. In case you're new to Bootstrap, I have already tutorials on my channel, so you can go ahead, watch from the start and you'll be good to go. So right now I'm using the online CDNs, and in case you are to host a website online, so the user will have to access it when he's using the internet. So you can use these online CDNs for your website than downloading the files of Bootstrap and putting them on your local server. So right now I'm using these online CDNs, and this is the site. I'm going to leave the link in the description below where you will get these CDNs and be using them. So I have included the first link for CSS, the jQuery, and the compiled JavaScript. So these are the online CDNs you are seeing. I mention it again. I'm going to leave the links in the description below where you're going to get these online CDNs. So let me go back on this page. Let me refresh so that we remain with nothing. We're going to start from scratch. So I'm going to create a div, a Bootstrap div. I'm going to give this div a class of container. So this one is going to leave some fixed width. If you are to put here some content, let's say a button, and we call it hide and show, you'll be seeing it will leave some fixed width here. So it will leave some space this side because of this container we have included of Bootstrap. As you can see, this is the default button when you're using bare HTML. So we want this button to leave some space here. So I'm going to create some custom style here, internal one, and I'm going to target it. I'm going to target that button with the tag name of button, and I say margin top 30 pixels. Let me give it that, so it has to leave some space up there. Guess we're good to go. Now below this button, let me give some space. So below this button, I'm going to put a div, and I'm going to give it an ID of content. I guess you can see. And inside this div, I'm going to set a paragraph. So you can hide videos, images, so anything you put in this div will be valid so long as it's valid HTML. So I'm going to create some fake paragraph, where you can go for some website there and download your own text. Right now I'm going to be using this one, and as you can see here, if I refresh the page, also the paragraph will be shown, but we don't want this to be shown until the user clicks this button. And I'm going to add here a class of Bootstrap called Collapse, and save this, and this paragraph will be collapsed. It will not be there, so even if you click this stuff, we have not yet added that functionality that will be revealing our content here. But for this case, we have hid it from the user. So we go to our button. I'm going to be giving it some style because right now it's looking weird, it's incomplete. We have to make it look good. So there are Bootstrap classes of btn dash. I'm going to give it success, which is green, and if you are to check it right now, we are having a nice looking button of green having hide and show. Are you seeing how it's easy to use Bootstrap? So in case I want a red button, I just write danger. But now let's leave that, because what has brought us is hiding and showing the content. So we are going to be adding an attribute here called data-toggle. So if you're well off with these words, toggling is like switching on and switching off. So it's like when you're having a switch, when you switch it off, on and on, on and on, on and off, on and off. So you are toggling. So we say data toggle, and we want to be collapsing. Collapse. So it is on and off, on and off. So collapse will be on and off. And the last one we say data dash target. So what are you targeting? What do you want to collapse? I want to collapse a div with the ID of content. And to target a div, we say hash or pound symbol, and we write the name of the div. So ID was content. So what we want to target is this div with the ID of content. So let us refresh that. And if I'm to click here, you see our text will be displayed. Click again, it will be off. So it's like on and off. We are toggling between those two functions, on and off, on and off. So guys, that's it basically. And other guys will say, what if I don't want to use a button and it's a link? Still, a link will also work. Let's create this, and I'm going to put here hide and show. So let me comment out this one. I guess now you're off with the comments in HTML, and we leave out this. So where there is href is where we are supposed to put this ID. So we just say hash content, and the only stuff you are supposed to add here is the attribute called data toggle, and we say collapse. So if you are to refresh this, we shall be having this funneling, but when I click it, it will be displaying the text. When I click again, so if you are to use a link, you just have to put that ID in this hyperreference, the href. So that's where you are supposed to put the ID. Still, you can go ahead and style this btn-btn, and you say info. So that's light blue color using Bootstrap. So that's it, guys. You can also use this link or use the button and use this attribute of data target. But in case you don't want to use this attribute of data target, so you make it a link and put the ID in this hyperreference or href. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If this tutorial was useful to you, please go ahead, subscribe to my channel, always like the videos, share them on different social medias, and I'll see you in the next tutorials. Peace.